Who do you buy a model from? And
So
how
you
do
don't
you
buy,
choose?
right now you don't buy models. They're just open
Okay,
source.
you
So they're
can't find-
free. You can own them, but I'm just saying they're free. They're open source. Okay. And the hope is the way that open source typically works is that they sell service on top of it, right? So you think about like Linux,
Yeah.
right? It's a free computer software. It's an operating system. And there's a lot of benefits to using Linux. But if I'm a massive enterprise and I decide to use Linux so that I don't have to pay Microsoft or Apple or whatever, at some point there's going to be an issue and I'm going to have service. Well, I'm going to have to hire someone from Linux to come and help me and build this custom application or service this capability, whatever. And that's how Linux makes money.
Okay, so if it's open source, that means it is not. If I wanted to buy a model, I can't buy one, but I want to get them.
I'm sure there's somewhere that's buying models.
Well,
or
I don't
selling
want to buy
models,
one
but-
if I don't have to, but if I
Yeah.
want to obtain a model for the benefits that we've alluded to so far and haven't.
Yeah, you go to a provider like Olama that has it on their website, and then you can't download it to your computer. You can download some of them to your computer, but I wouldn't necessarily do that. You would use a computer that's big enough. You would download it, and then you'd get a. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to get too complicated because I don't know that everybody's going to necessarily do this right now, and I don't want to walk through the steps because it gets a little bit technical. I think what's important is that this is a capability, and you need to understand that it's a capability.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't need to know literally how to do it, but I thought you would buy it from, we've established you don't buy it, but I thought you would buy it from Claude or OpenAI or the
No.
parent companies. So just in passing, how do you trust a model that you bought from somebody? And
So how do you trust an open source model?
yes,
Rely on what people are saying. Like Google has an open source model called Gemma or Gemma. I don't know how you pronounce it. Generally, I would trust Google. There's another American company out there, but there's some Chinese companies that are doing really good open source models.
are the open source
Kimmy and
models
Quen.
specialized in different things? Are there code writing open models?
They'll perform better on certain benchmarks like reasoning and coding and whatever. But typically the tooling has to be added on top of the model. Some of the tooling will come out of the box, but being able to use Excel or Google Workspace or whatever it is, that's tooling that's on top of it.
That's something that you also get for free, or is that something you start paying for?
That's something you build yourself, right? And you use.
No.
So
I have somebody build it for me.
right.
No,
So
I'm
typically
kidding.
what you would do is you would build the tooling using Anthropic, right? So you'd use a really great high level model like Fable to help you build the tooling for the open source model. Then you would test it with the open source model, send logs back to Anthropic Fable to figure out what needs to be improved, and then it just keeps going back and forth.
If this episode brought you clarity, we've got plenty more where that came from. Check out our full library at thecashflowcontractor.com. See you in the next one.